folks. Thanks for joining us. Of course, this is Spoon TV. We are coming to you here live from the Bongman Pier here at the National Fisheries Authority. And of course, we want you to give us update on the audio quality. Joining us. Of course, this is Spoon TV. Is the audio quality okay? Is it something we can work with? Can you kindly give us update on the audio quality? Of course, as we get set to resume this broadcast, let's hope we can get an update from you on the audio quality. Okay, so Lai says it's okay. David Witherspoon says yes, the audio is good. So folks, as you see there right on camera, some foreign guests have already started arriving at the National Fisheries Authority, the Bongman Pier, and this is exactly where we are coming to you live from. The program here today basically is going to see the commissioning of a vessel that's going to carry on a stock assessment within the Liberian waters, and as part of this exercise, the Liberian government, through the National Fisheries Authority, has invited fisheries ministers and folks who are actively working within the sectors from the sub-region. And of course, this is exactly where we are as we speak. The Moroccan fisheries minister will be here. The Moroccan fisheries minister will be here at this occasion today. So the American fisheries minister will be here. We have the fisheries minister from Guinea as well as the Cote d'Ivoire. They are all going to be here today at this very important commissioning ceremony. A lot of people believe that the fisheries sector is a multi-million dollars sector. It has a very huge potential when it comes to revenue generation for a donor-reliant country like Liberia. And so this is why this commissioning ceremony or program is of essence to so many Liberians. You talk about job creation and, of course, making sure that Liberia gets to benefit from the huge potential that this sector possesses is just something that cannot be overly emphasized. So we're going to move in because as we speak, the guests have already started arriving. You have folks from different institutions. Foreign guests have already started arriving here at this very important program. So folks from the European Union delegation are here. You have the fisheries minister from the Moroccan government, Honorable Sidiki or Mohammed Sidiki is also here, and here also is the World Bank representative is also going to be making some very important remarks at this commissioning program. And so it's a very unique occasion. The Moroccan delegation, of course, the Moroccan fisheries minister and his entourage, they are also here to witness and be a part of this very important commissioning program. And so, folks, this is Spoon TV. We are coming to you live from the National Fisheries Authority, Bongman Pier. So, the Director General of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, Madam Emma Matthew Glasgow, as you see right here, she's beautifully attired, and she's also in attendance. This is a dream come true for her because she is one person who has shone so much light on the fisheries sector of Liberia. She believes that the fisheries sector has a very huge potential when it comes to revenue generation for a donor-reliant country like Liberia. And of course, since she took over this sector, the fisheries sector in Liberia, she has brought so much visibility to the sector. And of course, Liberians are eager to know exactly what this commissioning, what sort of change, what sort of extra impact this commissioning is going to have. On the flip side, you see the Liberian cultural troops. They are, having some a great moment, entertaining the audience as they await the official start of this commissioning ceremony. And of course, we are going to take you shortly at the vessel. Foreign guests, local and international guests who have come to grace this occasion are comfortably seated and awaiting the official start of this program. But folks, as we speak, we want to take you very close to the vessel that is actually going to be commissioned today. Let's give you an idea of the vessel that is going to be officially commissioned today. So as you see there before us is the Al Hassan Al Marakat vessel from the government and people of Morocco. And of course, this vessel was brought into the country a couple of days ago, about 4 days ago. This vessel has been here in Liberia. This is the vessel that is going to carry on the official stock assessment, moving through the coastal belt of Liberia, all of the coastal counties, assessing the waters of Liberia, and coming up with a result or a report, giving Liberians an idea of the different species of fishes within the Liberian waters. And of course, this vessel, following the commissioning that is about to take place just in about an hour or so from now, this vessel will be on the waters of Liberia and carry on the official assessment. Following the assessment, this vessel or the Moroccan research team will be telling Liberians exactly what her fisheries potentials are, where exactly does Liberia stand when it comes to benefiting from the fisheries sector. What are the different species of fishes within the Liberian waters? Of course, they are going to be giving us an idea of that. And like you see right before us right here, and it says the Institute of National Research. Of course, there's an Arabic or French component of it. And this is the vessel that is going to carry on the official research. And once it's commissioned today, this vessel will be on the Liberian waters conducting research, and at the end of the day coming back to Liberians to tell us exactly what the research potentials are, or what the fisheries potentials are for a country like Liberia. As you see, folks from the Moroccan government, of course, individuals who have some expertise when it comes to the fisheries sector are on this vessel, and they are going to be part of the team that will be carrying on the research. Okay, so folks, we want to move in here. We want to move in here shortly. Okay, so we've been told that we cannot move in here for now, but subsequently, apparently after the program, we will be granted access to this vessel, and we will tour this vessel and give you exactly a view of the internal facility here and let you know exactly what it is. But the program, as we've heard from the organizers, will be taken up in a couple of minutes from now. The head of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, Madam Emma Metier Glasgow, is already here, and local and international guests have already taken their seats. As we showed you earlier, they are comfortably seated, an indication that this program will be starting any moment from now. This is Spoon TV. We are coming to you live from the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, Bongman Piet, and of course, the program here today, beautifully organized, is going to see the official commissioning or the commissioning of a vessel that will carry on some assessment on the Liberian waters. So, also in attendance today, as we've heard, will be the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Honorable Jeremiah Pankun. He will be in attendance. He will be attending this very important program today and making some comments, making some statements, as this is about the future of Liberia when it comes to the fishery sectors, a research that is going to give Liberians an idea of what they stand to benefit from the fishery sector, what are Liberia's own potential when it comes to benefiting from the fishery sector, what does Liberia have, what exactly can Liberia offer to this sector, what exactly can Liberia offer to investors around the world who have interest in the fishery sector. As you see on the flip side here is the photo of the newly inaugurated president of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Juma Boakai. And of course, we've been informed that the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia will be in attendance as well. And so, folks, this is where we are, Spoon TV. I'm Nelson Colette. Thanks for joining us on this very important broadcast. Let's hope we can get words from the organizers. From all indications, this program will be starting anytime from now. So keep watching Spoon TV as everything is set to bring you all of the details from this very important program here today. Before us is the cultural troupe entertaining the audience, making sure that Liberians and the foreign guests are entertained as they form part of this very important program here today. So Spoon TV, our international guests, you have representative of the World Bank. As you know, the World Bank is a major partner to Liberia. And of course, Madam Emma Metier Glasgow, as you see there, is the head of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority. And we are getting signals that okay, so Speaker J. Fonati Kofa of the 55th legislature has arrived. So the speaker right there, Speaker J. Fonati Kofa, right here at this very important occasion. So they are going to see in attendance. Okay, so he has been received by the NAFA bus, and they are now walking to have him seated. He's been escorted. And so what this means is that this commissioning is a very important one, because not just are we going to see the foreign and foreign and local guests attending here, but the program has So, Speaker Kofa is already here. So, folks, we're awaiting the arrival of Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Jeremiah to arrive at this very important why this is happening. The cause of truth is here in Liberians, making sure that our local and international guests are entertained as we all await the official start of this program. There's a presence of security here as well, because most of you are aware that the Vice President, His Excellency Honorable Jeremiah will be in attendance, and we've already received the center of the 55th legislature, Honorable J. Funadi Kofa. I see there, the Speaker of the 55th legislature, Speaker J. Funadi Kofa, already here at this very important official program. So what this means is that once the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia arrives, we are able to see the official start of this program. And there's Nicolette. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so we have most of the Liberian Speaker J. Funadi Kofa. This is Spain TV. We are coming to you live. Okay, so folks, any moment from now, this program will be taken off. So let's see if we can get our pop-up So folks, we're still here, Spoon TV. Of course, we are getting signals that this program will be taken off.
Good morning, everybody. So the headsets that are being distributed, if you understand French, the channel is 1. If you understand English, it's 2. Okay? So we'll come back. We will be starting in a few minutes as soon as we see the arrival of the Moroccan delegation. Thank you.
So the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia is yet to arrive, and the head of the Moroccan delegation is yet to arrive as well. So once the Moroccan delegation arrives at this program, that to see the official start of this commissioning program right here. So folks, welcome. You are watching Spoon TV. I'm Nelson Colette. Thanks for joining us. As you see, the ladies and gentlemen right before our cameras there are beautifully attired, amusing our audience, amusing the delegates here as everyone here await the official start of this commissioning here at the Bongma Piers of the National Fisheries Authority. So thanks for joining us in case you are just coming on. This commissioning will be followed by a research to be conducted by the American Fisheries vessel. This vessel will conduct her assessment and then subsequently inform the Liberian government of our potentials when it comes to the different species of fishes in the Liberian waters. What does Liberia stand to offer, and what does Liberia stand to benefit as well from this particular sector? People wanting to invest in the fisheries sector, why should they come to Liberia? If they came to Liberia, what are the different species they are expected to, access within the Liberian waters? These are things that, or these are questions that this research will be answering for Liberians, and that will inform the fisheries sector as to which kind of investors to attract, which kind of investor or the kind of investors to reach out to. And of course, Liberians who have some expertise in the fishery sectors now will be assured following this assessment. Liberians who have some expertise in the fishery sector will be assured that their education or skills acquired within that area will now start to pay off once it is established that Liberian waters has a very good amount. Once it's established that the Liberian waters has unique species that are of demand on the market, and of course, Liberians who have some expertise in that sector will now start to make use of the knowledge acquired. So we're still here at Spoon TV. We are awaiting the arrival of the head of the American delegation. We are yet to receive the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. So once those are established, once those guests make their way here, this program will officially be started. We will try to locate the head of communications of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, Mr. Luis Kono. We'll try to locate him because in the midst of the interview, we had some issues with our audio. So we will try to connect him once we can get him. Once we can get him, we will bring that interview back to you so that you get to have a clear understanding of what's going to be happening here today. But let's give you the lineup. Some of those who will be making very important remarks at this program today, according to what we have here, talking about the order of the program. So according to what we have here as per the order of the program, the head of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, the Director General of NAFA, Madam Emma Matthew Blasco, will be making an official statement on the essence of a stock assessment in Liberia and the importance of the Moroccan and the Liberian Memorandum of Understanding. Madam Emma Metia Glasgow will be making a
Thank
special
you. Thank you.
statement in that regards.
Program marking
So
the
the program has
commissioning
officially
of the
started.
research vessel for the fish stock assessment in Liberian waters, held on this day, January 26, 2024, at the Bomb Mines Pier Freeport of Monrovia, just about this time. I am your MC, Lavetta Sandodo, and also your event planner. We now have invocation, director of Mr. Francis Boyman of NAFA. Thank you.
In Jesus' name, let's kind of stay on our feet as we honor God. Amen. Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for this is the day that you have made, and we'll rejoice and be glad in it. We thank you for government officials present. We thank you for guests that come from far and near. We thank you for everyone here present, Lord. We ask this day that your presence abide with us and protect us and sustain us. We pray this day, Father, let your name be glorified and let your name be praised. We thank you now and forevermore. In Jesus' name we pray.
You may have your seat. We're going to have the welcome remarks by the Deputy Director General for Administration, Honorable Augustine M. Manubala.
Honorable J. Fonati Kofa, Speaker of the 55th Legislature of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Emma Metia Glasgow, Director of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, Mr. Amadou Diallo Teliver, President, International Whaling Commission, representative of the World Bank here present,
Okay, so folks, we have some issues with the connection. So we will now connect.
staff, and members of the Port Authority assisting you in this program. distinguished ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this great and historic occasion where we celebrate a significant milestone in marine research and sustainable management of our fisheries resources. It is my honor to extend one welcome to each of you as we gather here to witness the commissioning of the research vessel intended to conduct stock assessment in Liberia's waters. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our distinguished guests, our esteemed officials of government, the dedicated staff of NAFA, and all of our partners who have played a crucial role in making this occasion possible. Your unwavering commitment to supporting an economically viable and sustainable fisheries sector of Liberia is truly commendable. As we stand here today, we are reminded of the power of international cooperation and the shared vision about us. A vision of understanding, persevering, and ethically utilizing the life that steam beneath the waves. The research vessel, owned by the Kingdom of Morocco, and funding support for its operation from the government of Japan through ALAFCO, are a symbol of this shared commitment and a bridge to our nations. Without much ado, I'd like to use this occasion to commence the celebration and embrace the journey that lies ahead. Thank you for being here, and once again, welcome to this historic event.
We will ask the cultural troupe to just do a little performance for us as they switch from one power to another. With small tongue? Sakura, help me with small tongue. Small tongue?
One, two, that's the 1, 2.
So, the Director General of the National Fisheries Authority, Madam Emma Glasgow, has now gone to receive
1, 2, testing, 1, 2.
Moroccan delegation to Liberia.
Please announce the arrival of the Minister
There comes the
of Agriculture, Maritime,
Minister of
Fisheries from the
Agriculture.
Moroccan Republic.
So, the Moroccan delegation have officially arrived. So this is Spoon TV. We are coming to you live from the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority. This is a program marking the official commissioning or the commissioning of vessels that is going to carry on an assessment within the Liberian waters. This vessel will be informing Liberia or Liberians and her international partners as to what the potential of our country is when it comes to the fisheries sector, the different species within the Liberian waters, and a lot. So we'll
that
move back
was
to the
the welcome remarks by the Deputy Director General of Administration at NAFA. We now have official statement on the essence of the stock assessment Liberia and the importance of the Moroccan and Liberia Memorandum of Understanding. And this official statement will be done by no other person but the Director General of the National Fisheries, Aquaculture and Authority of Liberia, Honorable Edmond Meti Glasgow.
Good morning, Excellencies. I would like to recognize our Speaker of the 55th Legislature, Honorable Fanati Kofa. I'd like to recognize the Minister of Morocco and Agriculture, Maritime Fisheries, Rural Development, Water and Forestry, the Minister of Côte d'Ivoire, Honorable Touré. I'd like to recognize the Minister of Guinea-Conakry, Honorable Charlotte Daffé. I'd like to recognize our EU Ambassador, Her Excellency. I'd like to recognize our ECOWAS Ambassador, Your Excellency. I'd like to recognize the President of the International Whaling Commission. I'd also like to recognize the Secretary General for the Ministerial Conference of Africa Cooperation of States bordering the Atlantic Ocean, Mr. Benabu. I'd like to recognize our private sector investors that have flew from the different countries to grace this occasion. Mr. Pierre, he has one of the biggest tuna fleets in our waters. I also like to recognize Mr. Sedi, one of our staunch partners, and he was the one instrumental with the experimental fishing from Senegal. I'd like to recognize Commissioner Kesseli. He's my mentor, and he's the former commissioner of the Liberian Maritime Authority. He's also come to grace the occasion. And my dear husband, thank you for coming, Mr. Eric Glasgow. I'd like to recognize the FAO country director. I'll also recognize my deputies, Honorable Monobala, Honorable Boa, NAFA, dynamic team, the Fourth Estate, ladies and gentlemen, not forgetting the World Bank, our strongest supporter. I'd like to recognize the team tax leader, who is Mr. Shafiq. Thank you for also gracing this occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, the lack of scientific data has since undermined the performance of Liberia's fisheries sector over the years, as it's a critical factor in informing management decisions and attracting potential investment, especially from the private sector. This initiative is timely for Liberia as we seek to industrialize our fishing sector to provide the necessary social economic growth to its population, like most of our sister countries that are here today. Liberia, a coastal state and a port state, is geographically advantaged with a coastline of 579 kilometers, the second longest within a sub-region, and has an enviable history of exporting shellfish such as shrimps and lobsters and other higher value species during our pre-war era, that is 1970s. to markets like Japan, Asia, and the US. Ever since the post-war era, our fishing sector has been characterized by subsistence and artisanal fishing activities which yield less returns to the country as compared to other nations. The fish stock assessment exercise is basically an activity which seeks to collect information on the abundance and distribution of various kinds of fish species within our waters in terms of commercial value and ecological importance. Ladies and gentlemen, today marks a major achievement of a milestone as we endeavor to collect the requisite data of our marine resources and ensure sustainable management of our valuable resources. Our efforts are guaranteed that everything counts, including the taxonomy of the fish stocks, the breeding grounds, the biomass, habitat, and distribution of the stocks across our coastline. We see this process as an opportunity to connect the economic viability of whole chain to human development, improve livelihood opportunities, maintain healthy fish stocks and catches that will support economic development and food security. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me reiterate that data is a key tool for fisheries management. It is significant in determining the best fisheries management approach to apply. Over the years, we have applied the precautionary approach in managing our fish stocks to avoid overfishing. We currently have only 6 Chinese vessels fishing in our waters, and they have been fishing since the previous administration, since 2013. This gap has limited our ability to engage in full industrial fishing. As we kick off this exercise today, I believe that we are a step away from going into full-scale commercialization, depending on the reports of the research. Will determine whether we'll go into full-scale industrialization or semi-industrialization of our sector. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to give you a little history on how we got here today. NAFA has been exploring means to open the fisheries sector since its pre-war era. However, the key to jump-starting this was to acquire current and accurate scientific data on its stocks to guide us in decision-making. We are privileged in 2020 to have gotten support through the World Bank of 40 million loan and grant from the World Bank through the Liberian Sustainable Management of Fisheries Project to finance the conduct of a comprehensive and independent stock assessment. That happened sometimes in August, where we launched a Senegalese vessel, but unfortunately, during the assessment, it was breached in our waters, and so it did not complete the survey entire cycle, although it spent like 10 days in our waters. And we are also reached out to our partners in our neighboring countries, including the Kingdom of Morocco, through ADLAFCO. We've also reached to the People's Republic of China. At the time they were doing a survey here in Sierra Leone. We reached to the Republic of Senegal, and as well as the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, including other regional partners. So we've been working on this for almost 4 to 5 years to get a research vessel, and this is why it's very important for us. However, all our efforts seems to hit the wall. Although Liberia, through NAFA, later signed an agreement with FAO to form part of the list of countries to undergo a routine assessment, it was not as comprehensive or country-specific like this detailed research activity that we are about to commence. However, they provided the basic information needed for precautionary fisheries management measures that we employ today. With consistent follow-ups, the Minister of Morocco can attest, and negotiations. Finally, on January 31st, 2023, At the margins of the second session of the high-level conference for a scientific, economic, and environmental integration in favor of the Blue Belt Initiative by the Kingdom of Morocco, the government of Liberia, represented by the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, me as the head of delegation and the Director General, and the Kingdom of Morocco through its minister that is here today, His Excellency, Minister Mohamed Siddiqui, we signed a MOU for the cooperation for the conduct of this research here today. Moreover, Liberia was selected through a competitive process by ALAFCO through funding that was provided from the Japanese government to this regional management body. The body is the Ministerial Conference on Fisheries Cooperations among African states bordering the Atlantic Ocean. To form part of countries selected for the conduct of this comprehensive research assessment, a cost-intensive initiative. With the technical support from the Moroccan government through its research institute, using their technical expertise for accurate reporting, and the use of their newly constructed state-of-the-art research vessel that was just constructed in 2020 to be launched today. The name of the vessel is El Hassan Al Marka. Liberia is the first country to benefit from this activity. And this is why it's been graced by the minister himself with other regional ministers. As a nation, we are excited for this generosity from the Moroccan government, and we expect that this independent stock assessment will harness our efforts for sustainable fisheries management and conservation of the marine resources, as well as establish a commercially viable fisheries for Liberia. Also, we anticipate that the study will survey the demersal fish, which is the bottom-dwelling species. Liberia is rich in bottom-dwelling species like the shrimp, the shellfish resources, with emphasis on shrimps, and the pelagic, which is the tuna resources, that's the mid-water dwelling resources of our continental shelf, to determine the distribution and abundance of the fish resources within the exclusive economic zone of Liberia, which is about 200 nautical miles, although we've asked for an extension to the CLS for it to extend to 350 nautical miles. So I am not informed if that permission has been granted. Yes, Mr. Commissioner. Well, in addition to determining the distribution and abundance of the demersal and pelagic and shrimp resources, the research will also determine the physical, chemical, and biological conditions, the sampling of microplastics, and recording the reoccurrences of marine debris. Data will also be collected and recorded of sedentary and mobile bentos. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this research is poised to provide Liberia with a full detail on the actual status of her territorial waters, establishing the kinds of fish we have, where to find them, specific fishing grounds, the condition of their habitat, food, and breeding. Honorable Minister Siddiqui, we, the people of Liberia, we are very grateful for this support, and we cannot express how important this research is for my country. Over 300,000 Liberians directly, indirectly benefit from our fisheries sector, providing different forms of livelihood opportunities along the fisheries value chain. We look forward to strengthening this partnership with the Kingdom of Morocco at all levels, with regards to building learning sites like I saw in Cote d'Ivoire and Togo and Benin, especially with relationships to ensuring the sustainability of our oceans. Let me thank the Minister of Fisheries from our neighboring countries, Cote d'Ivoire, Honorable Siddiqui Taimoko Touré, who is the president of ATLAFCO, and Guinea, my own dear beautiful sister, Honorable Charlotte Daffy, the Minister of Fisheries and Maritime Economy of the Republic of Guinea, for gracing this historic occasion. As Mana River Union countries, I call on us to build stronger cooperations in managing the marine resources in our region. It's high time that we start to consider the harmonization of our legal framework, regulations, and policies for the better and good of our peoples. We will need to strengthen our collaborative approach in addressing illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, as well as developing stronger fisheries management regimes as a union. Additionally, we would like to appreciate the presence of all our regional international partners who are here today, especially Mr. Abdullah Benabu, the Secretary General of ADLAFCO, who was very, 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 very instrumental in helping Liberia through a selection process to achieve these milestones. And Mr. Amadou Talivi Dalo, the President of the International Whaling Commission, another regional fisheries body. Thank you very much, our partners, for gracing this occasion and taking our fisheries sector as your priority. As well as Mr. Pierre Kuzi from the Republic of Ghana, that has one of the largest tuna fleets in our waters. We want to thank you very much for your partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to seize this moment and recognize the tremendous efforts of our development partners in supporting the transformation of Liberia's fisheries. We appreciate the support from the European Union, the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, the World Bank for their strong support, the Japanese government, Icelandic government, and all of our development partners. We are delighted to recognize the investment from our private sector investors, specifically Mr. Sidi Kenji from the Republic of Senegal, who was very helpful in availing his vessel for the last 18 months to conduct an experimental fishing where we acquire the basic information or scientific data on the potential of commercial shrimp fishing within Liberia waters as a means of entering this new fisheries program. Finally, let me express my heartfelt thanks to ALFACO, the Kingdom of Morocco, the Japanese government for making this comprehensive research assessment possible. Thanks to the research team from Morocco and Liberia, Liberia will be sending 8 other scientists on board this vessel. Thank you to our technical team. We look forward to a successful research. Liberia eagerly awaits your timely and accurate reports. Thank you very much.
Madam Metia Glasgow is the Director General of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority.
Thank you, Madam
outlining the essence
Metia
of
Glasgow.
today's
We now have
memorandum of
remarks,
understanding.
and we will begin by Mr. Abdel Wahi Benaboun, Secretary General, ALAFCO.
Good morning, Excellencies. Honorable Speaker of Liberian Parliament, Honorable Minister of Halieutic and Animal Resources of Côte d'Ivoire and President of ADLAFCO, Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Maritime Fisheries, Rural Development and Water and Forests of Kingdom of Morocco, Honorable Minister of Fisheries and Maritime Economy of the Republic of Guinea, Honorable Director General of National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority of Liberia, Honorable President of International Whaling Commission, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor and sincere joy that I address your esteemed COMAFAT, was made possible thanks to the generosity of the Moroccan authorities, who contributed by making available their new research vessel. This South-South collaboration offers a real opportunity to celebrate regional fisheries cooperation in the preservation of marine resources field. As a coastal nation, Liberia has considerable marine wealth which plays an essential economic and social role. However, this wealth is threatened by overexploitation, requiring national responsibility to reverse this trend. This implementation of the fish stock assessment campaign is therefore a crucial first step towards a more balanced and sustainable management of marine resources. By analyzing and understanding the state of its stocks, Liberia will be able to implement appropriate protection measures, encourage the recovery of endangered species, and promote responsible fishing. In our regional context, conducting a stock assessment campaign is a complex and costly operation that cannot be carried out alone. In addition to the collaboration of all national players involved in the fishing industry, including fishermen, scientists, government institutions, and civil society, interstate cooperation is essential. This cooperation involves the pooling of resources in the spirit of regional solidarity. The provision of the Moroccan research vessel is an innovative and exceptional initiative, symbolizing unprecedented collaboration between developing countries. It underscores the crucial importance of regional cooperation in the management and preservation of the Atlantic Ocean, our common asset that unite us all. ATLAFCO would like to salute this exemplary South-South collaboration between Liberia and Morocco in carrying out the fish stock assessment campaign, testifying to the importance of solidarity between nations in the fight against global environmental problems. Together, we can ensure a sustainable future for our oceans and future generations. I would also like to take this opportunity to warmly congratulate Mrs. Emma Glasgow, Director General of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority of Liberia, for her exceptional fighting spirit and perseverance, which have played a decisive role in making this project a reality. I express also my deep gratitude to the Kingdom of Morocco, not only for its generous contribution to this project and its constant support to ATLAFCO efforts to preserve marine resources, but also for its ongoing support for our regional organization. Before concluding my address, I would like to express my deep gratitude to the Liberian authorities for organizing this ceremony and for the warm welcome we had received since our arrival. Best wishes for a successful campaign and for prosperity and peace on our continent. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Benabu. We now have Mr. Amadou Diallo, Tel Aviv President, International Whaling Commission.
Honorable Speaker du Parlement de la République de Libéria, Excellences, Madame et Messieurs les ministres, Messieurs les représentants de la Banque mondiale, de l'Union européenne et de la FAO, Messieurs les représentants du côté officiel du Libéria, Honorable Emma Métier-Glasgow, directrice générale des pêches et de l'aquaculture de la République du Libéria, distingués invités, tout protocole confondu, observé, Mesdames, Messieurs, permettez-moi, pour commencer mon propos, à remercier les autorités libériennes pour l'invitation qui m'a été faite pour prendre part à la présente cérémonie et pour toutes les attentions depuis notre arrivée à Monrovia. Par la même occasion, nous saluons cette main tendue, ce précieux appui des autorités marocaines par la mise à disposition de ce performant bateau de recherche pour l'évaluation des ressources halieutiques dans la ZEE du Libéria. Nous apprécions également et hautement notre organisation intergouvernementale, je veux nommer la COMAFAT, qui s'emploie sans relâche à concrétiser sur le terrain la volonté de nos États à bâtir une coopération soutenue et durable dans le secteur de la pêche et de l'aquaculture au bénéfice de tous les pays membres. Il faudrait rappeler que la COMAFAT, 10 dernières années, a de grandes capacités managériales qu'on pourrait citer entre autres dans l'accompagnement des États membres pour leur participation efficace dans les rencontres internationales liées à la gestion marine, dont la Commission baleinière internationale, l'ICAT, la CITES, la FAO, etc. Je ne pourrais passer sans dire que grâce à cet accompagnement, aujourd'hui, l'Afrique ou les membres de ce bloc de la COMAFAT cherchent à harmoniser leur position. Des programmes de formation sont mis en place pour que nos experts viennent participer dans les rencontres internationales de façon très efficace, pour que nos experts viennent défendre les intérêts de nos États. Et ceci est hautement apprécié au niveau de la Commission baleinière internationale. Permettez-moi de faire mention spéciale du programme de recherche visuelle de cétacés exécuté le long des côtes de l'Afrique de l'Ouest par le bateau de la République de Guinée, général Lansana Conté, est financé depuis 2010 par la COMAFAT. Aujourd'hui, grâce à ces... nos États disposent d'une banque de données sur la science baleinière de grande valeur et hautement appréciée au niveau de la Commission baleinière internationale. Le lancement de ce nouveau programme d'évaluation des stocks halieutiques au niveau de la ZEE du Libéria sera, j'en suis sûr, pérenne et atteindra les résultats escomptés pour la gestion durable des ressources halieutiques dans nos États pour le bénéfice de nos populations et des générations futures. Je ne pourrais terminer sans réitérer que la Commission baleinière internationale attache du prix à l'accord de coopération signé avec la Comafat l'année dernière lors de la 68e session tenue à Slovénie. Je souhaite plein succès à la présente campagne et aux campagnes futures et je vous remercie pour votre attention.
Thank you, Honorable Diallo. We now have a representative of the World Bank.
Distinguished guests, honorable ministers, heads of agencies, and members of the diplomatic corps, I stand on all protocol that has already been established. My name is Shafiq Hussein and I am the representative from the World Bank and the task team leader of the Liberia Sustainable Management of Fisheries project. We have been working together with NAFA for the last couple of years on this project, and it is with great pride that we are very happy to see this important component of the Liberia Sustainable Management of Fisheries project coming to fruition. It goes without saying, and in the lines of Honourable Glasgow, that good science makes good policy. Only when you're able to measure can you manage. This is a landmark moment in the project of the Liberia Sustainable Management of Fisheries project for us to start the measuring, to strengthen the legal framework, to ensure relevant regulations for the sustainable management of Liberia's fisheries. It is at this juncture we are heartened to see the partnerships and the seriousness of the government to ensure Liberia's fisheries are managed in a sustainable manner. Such partnerships that have been forged within a South-South context is also incredible. We look forward to further partnerships and may this success continue. I thank you.
Would I have remarks from the European Union representative?
Good morning, distinguished guests. So my name is Nona Depré. I'm the European Union Ambassador to Liberia, and I'm very happy to be here with you today because this is just a wonderful and impressive example of ATLAFCO solidarity and cooperation. And I want to commend Liberia because I believe Liberia was the first country to ask for this assessment and the first country to get it. So we, as the European Union, have been together with the World Bank supporting NAFA also to get this assessment. And of course for us, this stock assessment is really important because it is the basis on which NAFA will design its fishery management plans, which will decide on fish quota and numbers of vessels allowed to fish. And fishery management plans are one of the IUU deliverables. So looking towards the future, we will continue to support NAFA and to support sustainable fisheries in Liberia. So we'll work very closely with NAFA, with the World Bank, with FAO, with the Japanese government. And we look very much forward to getting the results of this assessment because we agree, as was said before, data are so important to look forward and to get out of this situation. And I also understand that one of the deliverables of this assessment will be to get data on the sanitary and phytosanitary conditions of fisheries, and that is one of the further hurdles that could be lifted potentially in the future, and that could move towards export of fishery products to the European Union. So we're very happy to continue to work with NAFA and the other stakeholders, private sector also, in the fishery sector in the future on the basis of this assessment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Ambassador. We now have the country director of the FAO.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed, colleagues of the United Nations institutions, the World Bank, and our honorable ministers from Guinea, Cote d'Ivoire, and the Kingdom of Morocco. Thank you for being here today. I bring to you the salutations of the FAO Director General, Dr. Chu Don-Chu, and once again, just to congratulate the government of Liberia in the person of the Director General of NAFA, Ms. Emma Wessier, for really having this vision of really knowing what the fish stocks in Liberia are. And we would just like to encourage her for that vision, because we in FAO, we like to tell the ministers of fisheries that they should not be intimidated, because when we talk about agriculture, sometimes what is in the sea doubles the size of what is on the land. So congratulations to NAFA for this massive undertaking. Having this scientific data is going to help us not only to rationalize in a sustainable manner the different fish species in Liberia, but it will also tell us in what form and habitat that they are living in and what additional support we can provide to them. So FAO is looking forward to working with the government of Liberia, the European Union, the World Bank, and all of the other actors in the Mano River Union, so that we can make sure that we are ensuring sustainable fish stocks for generations to come. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Madam Country Representative. We now call on the ECOWAS Ambassador, Madam Josephine Mikuma.
Good morning. Let me stand on existing protocols as well. And just to emphasize for my part on the ECOWAS, on the existence of the comprehensive strategic framework for sustainable fisheries and aquaculture within the West African sub-region. And therefore for us, ECOWAS and Liberia being a member of the ECOWAS, this really comes to support the work of the strategic framework that ECOWAS has, understanding clearly the importance of fisheries on the socio-economic ecosystem of West Africa. I think at this point I'd also like to suggest that we have the artisanal fisheries also clearly plugged into this, because their livelihoods depend on the fishery stocks that we have. And there is enough evidence to suggest that fisheries is directly linked to food security or insecurity, so to speak. And the depletion of fish stock can also be a driver for conflict. And so the socioeconomic and political dimensions of this cannot at all be underplayed. And Liberia, through the Director General of NAFTA, must be truly commended for this giant step that they're taking. And of course, it also emphasizes the importance of the South-South cooperation that we must deepen within Africa, because from within, there is a lot that Africa can do. Again, thank you for the opportunity and congratulations to Liberia. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Ambassador. We now have Honorable Charlotte Duffy, Ministry of Fisheries and Maritime Economic Republic of Guinea.
Honorable Monsieur le Président du Parlement du Libéria, Excellences, Messieurs les ministres en charge de la pêche de la Côte d'Ivoire et du Maroc, Madame la directrice de l'Agence des pêches et de l'aquaculture du Libéria, Madame l'ambassadeur de l'Union européenne, Madame l'ambassadeur de la CEDEAO, Madame la représentante de la FAO, Monsieur le représentant de la Banque mondiale, Monsieur le secrétaire exécutif de la COMAFAT, Monsieur le président de la Commission baleinière internationale, Mesdames et Messieurs les représentants des corps diplomatiques et consulaires présents en République de Libéria, Mesdames et Messieurs, tout protocole observé, distingués invités, permettez-moi de transmettre le message de chaleureuse salutation de son Excellence Général de Corps d'Armée, Mamadi Doumbouya, président de la République de Guinée, à son frère, son Excellence Joseph Boaké, président de la République du Libéria. Je voudrais également remercier les autorités du Libéria pour l'accueil chaleureux réservé à ma propre personne et à la délégation qui m'accompagne. Mes remerciements pour l'invitation de prendre part à la cérémonie de lancement de cette importante campagne d'évaluation des ressources halieutiques des pays membres du comité des pêches pour le centre-ouest du golfe de Guinée, CPCO, du Libéria au Bénin. Je saisis cette opportunité pour adresser mes encouragements à tous les partenaires techniques et financiers, notamment la COMAFAT, la JICA, impliqués dans la mise en œuvre de la présente campagne d'évaluation pour accompagner de façon positive et constructive les gouvernements de la sous-région dans l'exécution de leur politique de développement intégré. Mesdames et Messieurs, chers invités, l'enjeu majeur de l'activité halieutique est de participer à la sécurité alimentaire mondiale, tout en préservant le fragile équilibre entre les ressources et les besoins en protéines animales pour l'alimentation humaine. Les ressources halieutiques fournissent chaque année environ 85 millions de tonnes de protéines pour l'alimentation humaine. Ainsi, en l'espace de quelques décennies, l'extraordinaire amélioration des engins et des techniques de pêche a fortement augmenté les capacités de prélèvement des flottilles. Cette véritable révolution est allée de pair avec une importante croissance démographique à soutenir et un appétit grandissant pour les produits de la mer. Dans ces conditions, sans aucune connaissance approfondie des capacités de production des océans et sans un effort de concentration pour en contrôler l'exploitation, les risques de surpêche menacent à plus ou moins long terme la pérennité d'une activité millénaire. Ainsi, pêcher de façon responsable et durable s'est progressivement imposé à chacun. Du politique du pêcheur durable comme un défi autant qu'une évidence.
C'est pourquoi les pays côtiers ont inscrit dans leur plan d'action l'objectif d'atteindre pour chacune des espèces exploitées le rendement maximum durable conformément à la politique commune des pêches PCP de notre région. Pour y parvenir, les évaluations directes et indirectes des stocks halieutiques effectuées par les institutions de recherche spécialisées constituent un volet important du travail du ministère en charge de la pêche. Ces évaluations s'appuient sur les données et les connaissances transmises aussi bien par les pêcheurs que les scientifiques afin de fournir des informations essentielles à la préservation et la gestion durable des stocks halieutiques. Mesdames et messieurs, chers invités, il faut rappeler qu'au-delà des campagnes scientifiques d'évaluation des ressources halieutiques que les pays réalisent à l'échelle de leur eau territoriale, il y a nécessité de réaliser des campagnes régionales qui permettent de produire des connaissances sur les différents stocks et particulièrement sur les stocks partagés. Pour ces stocks partagés, avec des pays de la sous-région, les possibilités de pêche doivent s'aligner sur les résultats des campagnes scientifiques à l'échelle régionale et s'inscrire conséquemment dans les plans d'aménagement des dites pêcheries. À l'image de la Commission sous-régionale des pêches CSRP, qui a plusieurs fois réalisé de telles campagnes d'évaluation de stocks dans les eaux, il est impératif de continuer la même collaboration au sein des pays membres du CPCO pour une gestion commune durable des ressources halieutiques. Je propose en tout cas que ces campagnes soient couplées avec le renforcement des capacités des chercheurs et administrateurs des pêches de nos différents pays. Ceci sera également un puissant levier de compréhension mutuelle entre nos États. En tout cas, les États membres sont à encourager à mettre en œuvre de telles initiatives qui visent une exploitation durable des ressources halieutiques. Par cela, ils assurent la sécurité alimentaire et nutritionnelle grandissante, meilleur avenir aux générations futures par les programmes de protection de la biodiversité floristique et faunistique. Mesdames et messieurs, chers invités, la République de Guinée s'est dotée de son plan stratégique halieutique 2023-2027 qui consacre une importance capitale à l'évaluation des ressources halieutiques pour une meilleure prise de décision. Des campagnes d'évaluation scientifique de l'état des ressources halieutiques sont réalisées chaque année dont les résultats constituent les données de base pour l'élaboration des plans d'aménagement et de gestion des pêcheries. Pour ce faire, nous disposons également du navire de recherche dénommé Général Lansana Conté, don du peuple japonais. Ce navire a été récemment mis en état après le carénage et reste disponible pour tout besoin d'évaluation des ressources halieutiques dans le cadre d'un partenariat. Excellences, Messieurs les ministres, pour terminer, je voudrais saluer l'excellence des relations d'amitié et de fraternité qui existent entre nos différents pays et souhaite de tout mon cœur le renforcement de la coopération sud-sud pour le bonheur de nos populations. Bonne campagne scientifique et d'évaluation à l'équipage. Vive la coopération régionale. Je vous remercie. Merci beaucoup, Madam Minister. We now have Honorable Sedi Tiamoko Toure, Minister, Ministry of Fisheries and Animal Resources, Republic of Côte d'Ivoire.
Monsieur le Speaker de l'Assemblée nationale du Libéria, chers frères, Monsieur le ministre Sadiki, ministre de l'Agriculture, de la Pêche maritime, du Développement rural et des eaux et forêts du Royaume du Maroc, Madame la ministre de la Pêche, de l'économie maritime de la République de Guinée, chère sœur, Madame Emma Glasgow, directrice générale de l'autorité nationale de la pêche et de l'aquaculture du Libéria, Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs, les ambassadeurs accrédités au Libéria, parmi lesquels une mention particulière à la FAO, à la Banque mondiale, à l'Union européenne, à la CEDEAO bien sûr, à mon ambassadeur de Côte d'Ivoire accrédité ici aussi. Chères sœurs, Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs, les représentants des diverses structures de coopération technique et financière du système des Nations Unies au Libéria, Monsieur le secrétaire exécutif de la COMAFAT, Monsieur le directeur de l'INRACH du Maroc, Monsieur le président de la conférence baleinière internationale, Mesdames et Messieurs les représentants des structures, différentes structures gouvernementales du Libéria, Mesdames et Messieurs les autorités civiles, militaires, coutumières, religieuses du Libéria, Mesdames et Messieurs les représentants des pays frères, Mesdames et Messieurs, tous en vos rangs, grades et qualités, chers participants à cette cérémonie. C'est tout un honneur pour moi de prendre la parole devant cette auguste assemblée réunie ce jour, 26 janvier 2024, ici à Monrovia, terre voisine de mon pays, la Côte d'Ivoire, et membre de notre organisation commune, la conférence ministérielle sur la coopération halieutique entre les États riverains de l'océan Atlantique, c'est-à-dire la COMAFAT. Qu'il me soit permis de saluer et de remercier avant tout propos le gouvernement libérien pour l'invitation et l'accueil ainsi que l'hospitalité légendaire dont nous bénéficions. Je voudrais profiter de l'occasion pour adresser mes chaleureuses salutations à son Excellence Joseph Boakai, président de la République du Libéria, fraîchement élu à la tête du pays. Je lui exprime toute mon admiration, l'admiration du gouvernement ivoirien pour sa brillante élection. Je salue également l'excellence des relations entre nos deux pays frères, le Libéria et la Côte d'Ivoire, qui ont en partage les liens séculaires, facteurs de cohésion et d'entente. Mesdames et Messieurs, chers invités, en ma qualité de président en exercice de l'organisation commune la COMAFAT, je voudrais premièrement souhaiter la bienvenue à tous nos invités venus des pays voisins pour participer à cette cérémonie qui symbolise la bonne marche de la coopération halieutique entre nos États respectifs. Puis, vous présenter à l'occasion de la nouvelle année mes vœux de santé, la santé sans laquelle aucune œuvre humaine ne peut prospérer. Former par la suite mes vœux de succès dans l'accomplissement de nos activités pour l'atteinte des objectifs de notre organisation commune. Puisse Dieu nous rendre cette année excellente et fructueuse. Mes remerciements vont à l'endroit des partenaires de la COMAFAT pour leur soutien constant à nos côtés. Comme vous le savez, l'objectif de la COMAFAT vise à une coopération effective et active entre les États membres pour une préservation des ressources halieutiques et un développement durable des pêcheries dans nos régions. Et la présente cérémonie est une parfaite illustration. En effet, devant la nécessité de procéder à l'évaluation de leur stock, le Bénin et le Libéria n'ont pas hésité à se tourner vers le Maroc frère qui dispose de la logistique et des compétences idoines. Ainsi, sous la houlette de la COMAFAT, les discussions ont abouti à la signature de 2 conventions entre l'Institut national de recherche halieutique, l'INRACH, Al-Hassan Al-Marachi du Maroc. Et au moment de passer à la phase pratique de ce projet, il est important de marquer l'événement par une pierre branche et c'est ce qui justifie notre présence ce jour. Je voudrais saluer et féliciter tous les acteurs qui ont contribué à l'atteinte de ce résultat, spécialement le secrétaire exécutif de la COMAFAT à qui je tiens à exprimer ma gratitude pour le rôle déterminant dans la mobilisation des ressources nécessaires et qui mérite une reconnaissance particulière. Sa gestion témoigne de la cohésion et de l'efficacité de notre organisation dans la concrétisation d'une telle œuvre d'envergure. C'est d'ailleurs son plaidoyer qui a permis, comme je l'ai dit tantôt, aux différents navires d'atteindre, de venir ici aujourd'hui, mais aussi d'engager les différents pays membres de la COMAFAT à bénéficier de soutien au niveau de leurs différentes recherches à mener dans les prochaines années. Son plaidoyer aussi, le plaidoyer du secteur éducatif, a permis à nos différents pays de mieux aborder la problématique des accords de pêche. J'aimerais, s'il vous plaît, qu'on puisse lui donner des applaudissements. Please applause for Mr. Benabo, please. Mesdames et messieurs, distinguées personnalités, les impératifs de gestion durable de nos pêcheries marines commencent par l'acquisition de meilleures connaissances des états de nos ressources, de leur potentialité de capture et de la variabilité de l'environnement marin. Dans ces conditions, nos politiques ne peuvent se bâtir que par une recherche halieutique efficace et dynamique. Il s'agit d'un objectif prioritaire pour asseoir les bases de stratégies viables de pérennisation des ressources halieutiques de nos différents pays. À cet effet, je salue à sa juste valeur l'initiative de coopération entre le Royaume du Maroc et la République du Libéria. Ce bel exemple du partenariat sud-sud n'est rien d'autre que la manifestation de la solidarité entre Africains qui partagent les mêmes réalités, les mêmes défis et visions. Un exemple de coopération sud-sud à imiter et à promouvoir. L'évaluation des stocks du Libéria avec le soutien de la recherche halieutique marocaine doit faire tache d'huile et inspirer d'autres pays qui seraient dans le défi. En effet, mesdames et messieurs, le déclin global des ressources halieutiques est envisageable si rien n'est fait dans le secteur de la pêche dans bien de nos différents pays. La dégradation des écosystèmes sur tous côtés du fait de la surpêche, des méthodes de pêche destructrices et autres formes de pollution constituent une source de préoccupation grandissante. Nos États en développement sont appelés à mettre en place des politiques et programmes visant à conserver et à gérer durablement les ressources halieutiques. Mais cela ne peut se faire que si nous disposons d'informations viables. C'est pourquoi il me plaît de lancer cet appel à nos États membres de la COMAFAT à l'effet de partager les expériences des uns profitables à tous et aux autres. C'est ainsi que nous parviendrons à décliner les objectifs spécifiques de notre organisation, à savoir promouvoir la coopération en matière d'aménagement et développement des pêches, développer développer et coordonner, harmoniser les efforts et les capacités des États membres en vue de préserver, exploiter, mettre en valeur et commercialiser la ressource halieutique et enfin renforcer la solidarité à l'égard des États africains sans littoral et des États de la région géographiquement désavantagés. Mesdames et messieurs, honorables invités, il nous faut agir pour la préservation de nos plans d'eau. Cela passe par une mobilisation à l'échelle régionale. C'est un appel à nous tous afin que nos eaux soient bien gérées pour garantir le poisson non seulement pour les générations présentes, mais aussi pour celles futures. My dear Emma, you're doing well. You're doing very well. Your dynamic engagement to implement your mission assure for sure good security, good food security in fish availability for Liberia. Your engagement is very, very inspiring for us in West Africa. We are proud of what you are doing. You are inspiring us. C'est donc sur cette note d'espoir que, avant l'heure, je ne sais pas si je dois le faire maintenant, mais nous aurons l'occasion de déclarer tout à l'heure, lancer l'évaluation des stocks. Vive le Libéria, vive le Royaume du Maroc, vive la coopération Sud-Sud, vive la coopération régionale, vive la COMAFAT. Je vous remercie.
Well, you just listened to that presentation.
Thank
Don't
you.
infringe there
We now have special statement by Honorable Mohammed Sadiki, Minister, Ministry of Agriculture, Maritime Fisheries, Rural Development, Water and Forest of the Kingdom of Morocco.
Mr. Siddiqui of the Kingdom of Morocco. He is the head of the entourage that has come to carry on this stock assessment.
Speaker of the Parliament of the Republic of Liberia, Excellencies, Honorable Ministers of Côte d'Ivoire, Guinée, and chers sœurs et chers frères, Honorable Director General of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority of Liberia, NAFA, Excellencies, Ambassador and diplomatic representatives, Excellencies, representative of regional and international organizations, ladies and gentlemen. On the high instructions of His Majesty King Mohammed V, may God glorify him, I am greatly honored to attend today's momentous ceremony which will mark concrete implementation of partnership between the Kingdom of Morocco and the Republic of Liberia in the fisheries sector with the inauguration of the scientific fishery prospecting campaign within the Liberia waters. This operation is a happy coincidence. It happens just after the recent investiture of His Excellency Mr. Joseph Boakai, newly elected President of the Republic of Liberia. We would like to extend to him our warm and heartless congratulations. I would like to thank the government of Liberia through Her Excellency Mrs. Emma Glasgow, Director General of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, NAFA, for the invitation and the warm welcome extended to me and to my delegation. This scientific expedition is operated by the Moroccan National Research Institute in Fisheries in collaboration with the NAFA, with support of the Ministerial Conference on Cooperation in Fisheries between African states bordering the Atlantic Ocean. And I would like to thank its President, His Excellency, the Minister of Animal and Fisheries Production of Côte d'Ivoire, for his support and for his presence today. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate la Côte d'Ivoire for the excellent organization of the Cup, the African Football Cup. Thank you. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, at a time that climate change and its alarming effects on food production systems become reality for everyone, the role of the fisheries sector takes on all the importance in our fight for food sovereignty of our continent. For this, fisheries research and knowledge of the state of fish stocks in marine ecosystems are incontestable prerequisite for sustainable fisheries management. This is why we are really here today. Yes, today it's a significant moment in our cooperation in several ways. First of all, 1 year, just 1 year after the date of signing the Memorandum of Understanding that I sealed together with the Honorable Director General of NAFA in Agadir on January 30, 2023, on the sidelines of the high-level conference on the Blue Belt Initiative. Here we are together launching the execution of this important and ambitious partnership. Secondly, this partnership reflects a large scale of South-South cooperation action wanted by His Majesty the King Mohammed VI. May God assist him with our brother African countries. In this regard, in his last speech addressed to the nation on the occasion of the 48th anniversary of the glorious Green March on November 6, 2023, His Majesty called for his wishes, I quote him, that the Atlantic coast becomes a high place of human communion, a pole of economic integration, a center of continental and international influence, end of quote. His Majesty called for the development of an integrated maritime economy, namely, I quote him, in addition to the extensive prospecting of offshore natural resources. This integrated economy must be based on continuous investment in the maritime fishing sectors, the desalination of seawater for agricultural purposes, the encouragement of the blue economy, and support for renewable energies. This operation was also possible thanks to the particular advanced and developed regional cooperation framework at LAFCO, COMAFAT, which constantly promotes cooperation in the fisheries sector. The carrying out of the scientific ecosystem company by latest generation oceanographic research boat flying the African flag and designed for Africa. This is the culmination of significant efforts made by our countries, by Morocco, to strengthen national oceanographic and its fisheries research for the development of the blue economy, not only in Morocco, but also in partnership with our brother African countries. Yes, we all know that the challenges are numerous and various, and we must be prepared to face them in solidarity and particularly through scientific cooperation. The scale of the means made available and the scope of the objectives of the scientific expedition, which will start in the coming, all the partners that made it possible. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this joint fisheries research company stands as witness to the exceptional quality of bilateral cooperation between the Kingdom of Morocco and the Republic of Liberia. The collaborative spirit demonstrated throughout the entire process, from the inception of the Memorandum of Understanding to the implementation of the research company, illustrates the strength and the lasting friendship between our nations. I reiterate my sincere thanks to the government of Liberia for the trust placed in Morocco and for hosting and organizing this beautiful ceremony to launch the scientific campaign. I wish good luck to our Liberian and Moroccan scientists and members of the Sailor team, and I thank them for their eagerness to conduct this expedition. They form one team and are mobilized to succeed in this important scientific campaign, which I am sure is only the beginning of a lasting and fruitful cooperation and partnership. And thank you very much.
Well, a special
Thank you,
statement there
Honorable Sadiki. We'll now have
from
cultural performance by the Liberian Crusader for Peace.
Well, folks, this is Spoon TV. We are coming to you live from the Bongman Piers here at the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority. Of course, just listening to a special statement from Honorable Mohammed Siddiqui. So Honorable Mohammed Siddiqui is